Hi, welcome to the next installment of the Executive Corner. I'm your hostess, Ivy McQueen, and I'm here today with Mr. John A. Lewis of Valentary Records and the John A. Lewis Trio slash Quartet. Hello, Mr. Lewis.
How are you?
How are you?
Just fine, thank you.
Perfect. Well, the purpose of today, this is a special show today, guys. This this gentleman here, John A. Lewis, is a jazz musician. He's played all over the Dallas area, Dallas Fort Worth area, and as well as some spots around the country. He is a noted teacher, uh, 7 self-published or self-recorded CDs.
Right.
The latest being Private Nation, right? It
Right.
released in 2010. Great CD. You guys will love it. I got some of my favorites on here. Martha's Muse and things of that. But we'll get into that. The purpose of this show is basically it's a new show, and I want to highlight his musical accomplishments, talk with him about his upcoming projects, his current projects, and how you can get more information on him. So we're just gonna dive right in as we always do. So, tell me how you got started in jazz music or just music in general.
Well, I got started in music after a failed baseball career. I was really, as a child, wanted to be a baseball player, although most of my parents were in the music business. But I really wanted to be an athlete, but I didn't grow enough. And after a period of time, music was always a big love. So I decided I'd try to be a musician. And it's quite a task, to tell you the truth. I started out as a trumpet player in R&B bands. I played with a band called the Executive Group,
Mm-hmm.
which was led by James Marsh and Art Sweeten. And I did that for, I don't know, for maybe 4 or 5 years, maybe. And then I moved on to, I guess you might say, fusion. And I had a band called Paradiso. And then I just kind of moved right on into straight ahead jazz, where I really wanted to go in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a while to really be a really good jazz player, and but I had all the experience and all that to go along with it, so I think it kind of enhanced me in my terms of learning how to play.
Okay. All right. So you say infusion and jazz and just the world of jazz is one of those things whether you like jazz or you don't like jazz. And there's so many areas that I've just recently learned that there's so many different styles of jazz.
Yes.
Talk about the type of jazz that you do. You said straight ahead. Now, for us novice people like myself who are not familiar with jazz terminology and what straight ahead jazz is, what is straight ahead jazz?
Straight ahead jazz is more or less traditional jazz, or you might want to call it traditional. It came out of a movement in jazz called bebop, which was started around the 40s, and by Charlie Parker, Bud Powell, Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis, and all that. What it was is it was like an alternative to mainstream jazz. We were talking about Louis Armstrong, Benny Goodman, and all that. They began to take things, you may say out, different, using different approaches, more, say, avant-garde.
Mm-hmm.
And anything avant-garde is new. Pretty soon it becomes the thing, and it's no longer avant-garde,
Right.
as far as I'm concerned. Well, that's the kind of music I play. It's derived from that tradition.
And you said your parents have a musical history. What is the connection that your parents had with music?
Well, my father was Etta James's personal manager for
Wow.
many years, and also his father, my grandfather, was Johnny Taylor's manager for a very long time, personal manager, and both of them helped their subjects rise to their, get a good start to rise to their fame. My aunt Mildred Harris was also a booking agent. She brought people like Lou Rawls, Lou Donaldson, and many others to town. So I am pretty good. And plus, my stepmom was a backup singer.
Wow. The musical history, and you wanted to go baseball, huh?
That's right.
Okay, so tell us how did you said now you used to play the trumpet, but we have a piano, which means that we're gonna have some. Let's play some hits for me because he knows I love his CDs. So, where did you study for piano?
I never really studied piano formally. I had mentors, you might say, that I was looking over their shoulder and asking them how are they doing this and everything. A lot of people say I was just natural. I don't really believe that. I think I spent a lot of time practicing and working things. There was a friend of mine, his name was Claude Johnson Jr., who was very helpful, and he was one of my mentors. And there's also a friend of mine, Roger Boykin, who is also, I may say, one of my mentors, and has been very helpful. And then there was Robert Sanders Jr., and also, early on, I used to have the opportunity to speak with Red Garland when I was pretty young and everything, and when he was around. And he never gave me pointers, but he always gave me this kind of, yeah, you can do it thing.
So you had a lot of inspiration early on, huh?
Right.
Okay, well, we're about to take a commercial break. I know you guys are like, commercial? Yes, commercial. So give me a couple of minutes, and we're going to let Mr. Lewis play us out. What are you going to play for us? Play now.
I'm going to play a tune I wrote dedicated to my wife. It's called To You, Miss M.
To You, Miss M. All right, Mr. Lewis, take us on out to commercial break, please.
Because we have what you need.
We got TVs, stereos, computers, Blu-ray,
We
DVD.
even have clothes and shoes for the family.
We have new and gently used furniture.
We also have appliances.
We have home decor and accessories for your home. If you don't see what you like, you can order from our catalog. Please take advantage of our no credit check financing, 90 days, same as
Don't forget to stop by Treasure Chest, where we now have diva deals starting at just $1. Second Choice Market is located minutes from the Cowboy Stadium in Arlington. We're at 701 East Pioneer Parkway in Suite B at the corner of Collins and Spur 303. You can also visit us at www.secondchoiceresale.com. Second Choice Market, where we have everything you need.
All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the commercials and Mr. Lewis taking us out. And thank you guys for staying tuned with the Executive Corner. Once again, I'm Ivy McQueen. I'm here with Mr. John Lewis. John A. Lewis, I'm sorry. He is the band leader. Is that what you call it in jazz music, band leader?
Well, you could.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is the leader of the John A. Lewis Trio / Quartet. He is the owner and founder of BLI-TV Records, based in Dallas. And let's talk about the John A. Lewis Trio Prognation, your latest CD released in 2010, available on cdbaby.com. as well as through his website. We'll give you all the information a little later. So let's talk about what inspired you with this this current CD that's out.
Well, it was like there was a group of tunes I had written and some guys I was playing with. And I really wanted to get them recorded. And not that they hadn't recorded before. Actually, my drummer, Merrick Gillette, has been on all of my CDs except one. And Lincoln, my bass player, Lincoln Apron, this is his first time with me. And it was a very good thing. We had been playing the music live. And I said, well, you know, I think we've got this down. Let's do it. And everybody was for it. So we didn't use the studio. We were very fortunate because my bass player, Lincoln, he has in his home a very nice Steinway piano. So we just set up his home in the studio.
Wow.
And we went to work.
Awesome.
That's it. Yes.
Okay, so you have, like I said, six other self-published CDs.
I have 7 self-produced CDs.
7, okay.
And one CD I did for, I produced, my drummer and I produced for Mike Morrison, a very prominent baritone player around town.
Okay. And when did you start in the Dallas area? When did you start officially as a trio quartet?
I guess about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I was playing with a very good friend of mine named Mark Elliott, and Al Weiser, the bass player, and Keith, what's Keith's name? Keith was my alto player. His name will come up. This is very embarrassing. It's been quite a while.
Mhm.
But anyway, we did a lot of rehearsing and playing, and they encouraged me to write
Mhm.
because I was the writer in the group, and nobody else was really writing. So they encouraged me to write, and pretty soon we did a demo
Mhm.
with Mark Elliott helped me produce it.
Mhm.
And Mark Elliott went on to form Leaning House Records, which was a very prominent and a very, very good record label here in Dallas.
Mhm.
And I had always wanted to have my own record label too. So with his inspiration, I just started my own.
Okay, and what is the definition? I mean, what's the meaning behind Voluntary Records?
It's an anagram of my 3 daughters' names.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very sweet. You keep family oriented because you have a song to your wife, you have a record company based off your daughter's names.
Mhm.
And so, do you have any upcoming projects going on?
Yes, we're right now working on getting some music together for another trio CD.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully sometime in the very near future this year we're going to record it.
Record. Okay. You got a title yet? Can we expect the title?
No, the titles, the titles they just come, it could be a tune in it that I wanted, I think of, or it could be a purpose or something like that. Most of my music is not more or less programmatic. I mean, I don't write in a certain theme or anything like that.
Mhm.
So therefore, usually it's the title
Mhm.
of a tune
Mhm.
that I like very much, and I just choose that to be a very easy thing to do too.
For you, who's been doing this forever, of course it's easy. For somebody like me, we'll be stuck forever. So let's talk about some of the songs. Your title track 1 is Prognation. Well, how did you come up with that name, first of all?
Well, I guess you won't find that word in the dictionary.
At all?
No, but to progenate means to push forward something or do something.
Mm-hmm.
The act of, which is a noun, you add in onto it, and you've got progenation.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a progenation.
Mm-hmm.
It's an act of pushing something forward.
Okay, all right. So it's like a forward movement for
Yeah.
jazz. Okay, all right. So some of my favorite songs, Deleterious Affair, that was one of my favorites. I like Martha's Muse.
Mhm.
So and I noticed that as I listened to the CD, there are so many different tempos. It
Mhm.
goes from fast to very slow and melodic. So how you say you just inspired by something?
Yeah, well, it could be, listening to something on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
like Kool in the Gang.
Okay. I don't know if I'm cool again. You too young.
You'd be surprised. Or Beethoven, because I listen to a lot of classical music. Actually, while I'm really influenced as a composer by, you might say, Debussy or Ravel, also Chick Corea, Herbie Hancock.
Mm-hmm.
My main inspiration in music and the man that drew me through music was Miles Davis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love his work as well. Yeah. So you're known as a trio quartet.
Mm-hmm.
Explain that. Once again, keep in mind that we have some novice jazz listeners out there.
Okay.
So keeping in mind, how are you a quartet and a trio?
Well, we're really a trio, and then sometimes we're a quartet with an additional person.
Mm-hmm.
And that additional person is usually my good friend Ron Jones, who's a very, very excellent saxophone player in Dallas.
Yes.
And Ron and I actually started out playing jazz together.
Mm-hmm.
We used to play together almost every evening, at SMU, when I was going there, and he was going to North Texas.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Okay, so tell me about some of the places you have performed. I know I've seen you at the Dallas Museum of Arts for their series, and a lot of other places. I know that you're a regular at the Absence Lounge in South Lamar.
Yeah, we do that about once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've also had the privilege of performing with the Salmons Center in their jazz series. I play every Saturday at Sullivan's Steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I've also played played at Brooklyn, Perry's, and Eddie B's.
So you're pretty much performing all over Dallas.
No, not really.
It sounds like it.
There aren't that many places to play real jazz. Believe it or not, a city this size does not have a jazz club.
Wow.
Yeah, not a music, a music venue dedicated just for jazz.
Wow.
However, there is a new place called Sandaga 813 over on Exposition, very near, about a block. I think that's west of the Fairport. And my friend Daryl Thomas, who runs it and owns it, he's starting to bring in some national acts, jazz acts and things like that. And hopefully I'll be able to play there pretty soon.
Hopefully, we'll have to check that out.
to
Actually, go to another commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to finish up with Mr. Lewis here and give you all of his contact information on how to get his CD and everything else. Froggy Nation as well as his other ones.
Right back.
If it's shorter than that, then I ran out of commercials. How about that? So, play us out, Mr. Lewis. What are you going to play for us now?
I'm going to do a tune that's written in 3/4 called Olivia.
Olivia, and that's on this CD as well.
Are you tired of having money issues? Living from one paycheck to the next paycheck? Borrowing from one person to pay the next person only to have another bill that you still owe? Well, stop. Get off that wheel to nowhere. How? By joining Legendary Beauty Cosmetics as a beauty ambassador. Legendary Beauty is a direct sales company with a wide range of skincare and color cosmetics for all women. It's up to you. We offer part-time and full-time independent business opportunities. So take control of your financial freedom. So what are you waiting for? Another bill is going to put you further into debt? No. Join Legendary Beauty as a beauty ambassador today. Call us at 817-705-9215 or visit our website, www.mylegendarybeauty.net.
We're back with the Executive Corner. I'm Ivy McQueen. This is my special guest, Mr. John Lewis. John A. Lewis. I gotta remember to say John A. Lewis. Not to be confused with the other John A. Lewis, who's also a jazz musician. We're here today talking about his record label, Voluntary Records, as well as his latest CD, Froggy Nation. He's an accomplished jazz musician. He is the leader and founder of the John A. Lewis Trio / Quartet, whenever they have Mr. Ron Jones playing the saxophone. And Mr. Lewis, just to kind of wrap it up, just give the people information on how to get in contact with you. Go for it.
Well, my website, johnalewisjazz.com, that's one way. Through Ivy is another way.
Who would have thought it?
That pretty much is it.
Okay. and if anybody's wondering what is my role in this, actually it's Organized Noise PR, and this show is going to be a catalyst for him. So it's Organized Noise PR at gmail.com, and that's his PR company. And for booking information, for appearances, for interviews, for reviews, all of that, to request to listen to the CD sample, Organized Noise PR at gmail.com. Mr. Lewis is also on CD Baby.
That's
under
right.
John Lewis or John A. Lewis?
John A. Lewis.
Under John A. Lewis, under cdbaby.com, John A. Lewis. You're on Facebook.
Twitter.
Facebook, Twitter, all of that. Look for John A. Lewis. He's performed at the House of Blues, to make note of that. So he's very accomplished with performances in the Dallas area. And please, by all means, check out his new CD, his latest CD. He's working on his newest CD, Froggy Nation. I would highly recommend it. It's been reviewed in the North Dallas Gazette. It's been reviewed in Tommy Magazine. So, and that magazine is in New York. So he's getting a lot of headway, slowly but surely, about his CD. Like he said, it's a very tough industry because you have to be great to be considered a good jazz musician. So, is there anything else you want to tell the Examiner viewers, YouTube viewers?
Well, I like to say I really appreciate Ivy taking the time out to, from her very busy schedule, to see you soon.
Yes, thank you. And check them out live at Sullivan Steakhouse in Dallas.
That's right.
And check him out at Absence Lounge. And please, 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 please go to his website, www.johnalouisjazz.com. JohnALewisJazz.com. And keep up with his schedule and learn more about him as well as his bandmates. Merrick Gillette, the drummer, and Lincoln Apeland. He's the bass player. Great, great trio. Wonderful. Thanks, guys, for joining us for the latest edition of the Executive Corner with John A. Lewis. I'm Ivy McQueen, and just keep an eye out for it. You never know when I'll do another Executive Corner, and guess what? This is our first male guest. Yay! Bye, guys. Love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.